random live stream. There's no tags in this. I doubt anybody will find it. But I'm gonna go look for some deer. It's just barely visible light outside right now. And this is the spot up here. Wait, I see something actually already. I see a shadow. I see that one right there already. What is that? I can't see him. I think it's moving. My eyes didn't get used to the dark yet. It's like half light, half dark. I can't tell if there was something over there. It might have been a bush. It could have been one. There's nothing right here. Oh, you'll see him running away. This is a classic tradition from my family that my mother used to take me and my brother, me and my stepdad and my brother and my stepbrothers and stepsister when they came over. We would go out, usually the evenings. Sometimes we get up early and go right before sunrise, but that was the tradition, was to drive around by the forest preserves or any little patches of woods. And we would look for deer real carefully and quietly, kind of like I am now. Not on foot, we would drive through. So the forest preserves close at dark. So technically they close at dusk, which is right when it starts to change from light to, not light. And then, we get sun down after that, and then night, darkness. But that's when they close it. So we had a little bit of a window of time, maybe 15, 20 minutes, where we would drive around the loops, the circle roads. And I don't see any big buddies out here. They might be on the other side today, because there's two sides to this land. And if they're either going to be on one side or the other, because there's a big creek and then there's other little waterways. But it's in the trails. There's a big couple main trails, then a couple roads that are like unofficial roads. It's just grass, but it's still a road. Nobody uses them, but it's a clearing nevertheless. And that's what kind of separates the two things, indirectly, kind of unofficially. But anyway, if you don't see them over here, it's probably because they're on the other side. So you might see them like a lot of days in a row, and then not at all, because you're just not on the right side. But there's two sections over here. I really hope my signal isn't terrible. It might just be like super robotic. Blame the white man, don't blame me. Blame the white man. It's because racism, bro, and I don't know. Because of the genders. That's why my streaming quality is bad. Because, reasons. What's that? I saw something small over there run into the woods. Probably a squirrel. There's not too many over here. The raccoons seem to have left. we kind of changed how we do the trash around here recently. It might have affected them. Usually they'll be around, but they're not. There could be a million reasons why, but it was right at the time that we changed how there's no garbage that's accessible anymore, anywhere, by animals. So they used to come every night. I have videos. I have several videos feeding Chubbs the raccoon, chubby raccoon, a Buddha, big old chubby belly on that thing. That was a female, and yeah, she came. It took several days. Actually, it was like over a course of a couple weeks. I got her to come closer and closer, and I just kept spending more time sitting kind of away from any like man-made manufactured items. I was just sitting in a chair by a little table, and all around me was trees, the forest, and you couldn't see the house from there, nothing, the shed, none of that. No lights, nothing artificial. So then I had a couple other things right there. I brought a little shelf right there, and I put a tarp over it. But then the raccoon, she got used to that. So she would come there when I wasn't there. And one time she came and broke into one of the little storage unit thing and shit it all over everything. Raccoon shit. Raccoon poo is the nastiest thing I've ever heard of. Like, it's so comically outrageous. The smell is fucking there. There's nothing like, I don't even know. You ever been to the zoo? That's like, please let me go to the elephant area and get relief from this abomination of a stench. Oh man, it was so bad. I can't express it like enough. But yeah, she tore through everything, just trashed everything, shit in like 8 spots. There was some food in there, rations and snacks, extra like work food if you're hungry, stuff like that. And I was thinking of having a little generator or a solar setup with a little fridge that's super efficient, real tiny, and have a big supply of batteries, so just top it off and it'll never be able to run out of power. And I was gonna have like beers, sodas, and energy drinks in there, and then have a little food thing. Well, that wasn't a good idea. Never put the fridge in there, but I'm sure she would have opened that and shit inside there. So wherever they get the food, they'll eat it. They sit there like a fat little pig, eat it, and then they're just like, oh, I've stuffed as much food as I can physically stuff into my body. Shitting everywhere. I can stuff more food in my face. That's what they do. And it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. But so anyway, she would come closer to me. You could see like the desperation of like, wow, I want that food so bad. Because I would give her peanut butter, peanuts, cashews. I look up anytime if I'm giving an animal something, like what can they eat, what will not disrupt their diet in the wild and everything. It's like pitch black. That's very strange. There's something glitching on my screen. It's weird. Anyway, I'll always look up what can they eat, what won't upset their digestion, everything. Just because you think like, well, animals can find all kind of weird foods, that doesn't mean it's okay. They could die. They eat stuff all the time that makes them sick, gives them diseases, give them problems in their body. It could give them genetic problems with the other kids if they're pregnant. You know, all kind of bad things can happen. Anyway, yeah, I give her a bunch of good food. I think some kind of fruits, yeah, stuff like that. So she was like, she knew this is the good stuff. And this guy is nice to me. He lets me eat the food. He throws it to me. He doesn't come after me. Even sometimes she would get a little sketched out, and I'm like, oh, you're good. I'll just get up and ignore her. And she's like, huh? What? Like, it's kind of like, huh? Because in the wild, animals aren't constantly like interacting. They're just doing their own thing. You know, if you see an animal, you're more like your attention is to that thing. They have their attention to you. It's like an exchange, this back and forth of like, I'm here, you're there. What's going to happen? But if you're just like a capybara, you're like, meh, I just exist. I don't care about you being here. You're fine. Like, I don't even notice you. Then animals eventually kind of pick up on that, and they sense that they're safe. Because, like, if you were a predator, you would be eating them, but you're not. They get that, some animals, so. Well, I don't see any deer. I had a light I could shine if I did see any, but oh well, you know. So she got closer and closer. Then one night I set up a little kind of a ledge thing. She'd always sit down and drop the food, and it's getting in the dirt, and I'm like, I mean, I know that's what they eat. They're built for it, but I was like, man, I'll give you a plate, dude. I put a little tray and like a ledge, so she would sit on the ledge. It was like, oh, okay. Okay. What, do you want a couch next? You're going to just move right in. If I provide, you will use the things. Okay. And eventually she came closer and closer. And I had that one video, and ooh, that was a little scary because this is not a domesticated creature. It's very, you can see the video on my channel. It's a pretty good thumbnail. It never got like traction though. It never got a lot of views because YouTube fucking hates me. I make banging content, quality stuff, all kind of editing, cutting and pasting. You ever seen videos with cutting and pasting? Come on, dude. Audio, layers, and effects. What? Get out of here. Serious though. No, but I do a lot of cool shit, and it gets ignored. That's fine. That's all right. If YouTube recommended it to fucking 100,000 people, it'd get 1 million views. Because those 100,000, 20,000 of them would see it, watch it. Maybe, a few hundred of them would share it. That'll generate more. It'll go back in the algorithm. But no, I don't make YouTube millions of dollars. So I'm not important. So I get to put up videos that could be like, 333K. No, you get 7 views. It gets ignored. I know you spent 1 hour on the thumbnail, custom designing everything about this video, editing it for 12 hours, but fuck you. That's the way it goes. What can you do? But yeah, it was a little scary because they could be rabid and they can spread some stuff to you if she would have bitten me or scratched me. Yeah, I literally gave it to her by hand. Totally not docile animal. Totally like sketched. She I was like, oh, yeah. But yep. I guess I don't know if anybody tuned in. Probably not. No, it says 0. Man, okay. YouTube. We'll see how the quality is, though. I have to listen back to this and decide if I want this recording of me to be on the internet or not. If it's terrible, I don't know. I left the fireworks one up there. It's kind of a trip to listen to because it's all glitched. But whatever, we'll pretend it's a glitch art project. There you go. There you go. But all right, yo. No deer, but I guess that's the way it goes. Maybe next time. All right, this is me, Dark Meta. I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, do all the things. Smash like, subscribe if you see this. Don't be a sussy, sus baka.